Look, overall, when you look at South Africa's indices, if you want to look at the ease of doing business and the latest competitive fear report, you can see South Africa has actually climbed 7 places in the World Competitive Report. But we understand and acknowledge that there are challenges in South Africa, and therefore the President in the State of the Nation address on the 12th of February announced a 9-point plan which looks at, amongst one of the issues, looks at the labor conflict, looks at the integration of the township economy, looks at how we can scale up private sector investment, and looks at a number of other areas in terms of our energy constraint and how we rolling out the energy program, and looks at how we rolling out the other areas of infrastructure in terms of broadband, network, digital migration. So there's an overall, in terms of the 9-point plan, program in which government acknowledges, and government is hard at work in terms of implementing this, and more so to look at the reform process in terms of the investment climate, which South Africa is attractive, but making it more attractive to investors in terms of the regulatory environment, competitiveness of South Africa, skills development, talent development, and so forth.
Considering all these challenges, how did South Africa manage to maintain its position as the top FDI destination in Africa?
Look, I think these challenges brings about opportunities, and investors will always look at opportunities. And these are challenges that have come in terms of how, firstly, the South African economy has grown in the past 20 years, and the policies that have been put in place have been long-term policies. But yes, there are challenges that comes in terms of our growth path, which has been in the first phase of growth that South Africa enjoyed right up to 2008. That was a consumption-led growth path. And what we're looking at in terms of the industrial policy action plan is to lead South Africa into a more productive growth path, which can be more inclusive and which can be more shared. So South Africa will and always will be an attractive FDI location because of the policies that we have in place, and because South Africa itself has a number of foreign companies that are set up in South Africa. We have more than 700 US companies in South Africa. We have more than 600 UK companies in South Africa. We have more than 600 German companies in South Africa. We have more than 130 Japanese companies in South Africa. So this leads to companies basically retaining and expanding the existing investment, but also new investment coming in because of the new frontiers of growth and what we have in terms of, as I said, new sectors in the green economy, new sectors in the Operation Pakisa program, in the oceans economy, in the oil and gas sector. These are new sectors in terms of the growth of the automotive sector, the capital equipment sector, the advanced manufacturing sector, but also the services sector, in which services sector is growing by double digits in Africa itself, as well as in South Africa.